Jean Luc Grillet, he's the Vice President for Commercial Operations of West Asia, Indian Ocean and Africa from Emirates, joins us in studio to discuss this. A very good afternoon to you, Jean-Luc. Now, if we're looking at the African air transport marketplace, what are your prospects in terms of the medium term as well as the long term?
I think that our prospect of development through the African continent are very much linked to the overall development of the continent. Expectation from the specialists on finance are saying that the GDP all over Africa is going to grow by around 7% this year. And we strongly expect to have a growth which is in line with this global expectation. In the past 2 years, we have seen a lot of mining and oil discoveries all over the continent, which is something fantastic. And also we do feel that the continent remains so far quite underdeveloped in terms of infrastructure and in terms of air transport links.
A lot of growth prospects on the African continent, and it is firmly placed as a potential growth market for Middle Eastern carriers. What are your projections in terms of growth numbers going forward, and why are you so positive about Africa?
We are very much positive about Africa because, in fact, the economical geography of Africa has very much changed in the past years. If you look 20 years ago, most of the traffic of airlines were very much north-south, and now it's very much east-west. And obviously our location in Dubai places us just in the middle of the route between Africa and Asia, which are the biggest developing route at the present time. So our location is a very big advantage, and obviously Dubai as such is a big market as well for traders coming from Africa, and we have seen in the past few years a huge development of visitors coming from Africa.
You did touch on infrastructure being one of the major problems holding back the African aviation industry. What are some of the other factors that are affecting the African aviation industry in your view?
One of the big factors, because obviously when you are an airline like Emirates, it's not, we are not only talking about taking passengers from Africa to bring them in the Middle East or Far East. It's also very much a factor of development of all the African countries. And the tourism potential in Africa is huge. But at the same time, we see in several countries where you have a lot of hurdles which are put onto the development of tourism, for example. Mm-hmm. If you want to travel into Africa, you have a lot of places where you don't have any consulate. And there is still a lot of room to develop, for example, the electronic visa, or to develop the transit facility in the African airport, and to develop the, obviously I said before, the infrastructure, because obviously it's a big concern to have infrastructure which do not allow clearly transit in many places, or to introduce in some airports, which is for me very funny, to see that some airport introducing transit visa. Mm-hmm. One of the success of our hub in Dubai, and which has been the big success of Emirates, is that the government of Dubai has cancelled all the transit visa in the airport. So as a result, all the transit are very smooth and very fast in our airport to create a kind of big hub. In Africa, you have a lot of potential city for developing regional or big African hub. I think Johannesburg obviously is a very good example for that. And the result of that is on the opposite side, you need a transit visa when you want to transit through Johannesburg. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure that this impacts strongly the development of the airport.